Alright guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Latercase by Unbox Therapy for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now this is Lou's signature case that he makes for a whole bunch of different phones. I will leave a link down in the description for this case if you'd like to check it out for yourself. But let's take a look at it. So very nice packaging. Let's look at the box. So here it says Latercase, the impossibly thin phone case, designed in Canada, and it is made with Kevlar. This is the Cyber Edition for the iPhone 14 Pro Max in the Midnight colorway. So let's take a look at the back. So it is ultra thin, 0.6 millimeters. It weighs only 10 grams. It's got a great texture to it, and it is apparently 5 times stronger than steel. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I really do like this packaging. You open it up, you've got a little bit of more of that description down here, and then we'll take the case out. It just comes right in here. Here's the case, set that. Inside, nothing really, just this foam block and some branding for Latercase, his tag on Twitter and Instagram. So let's put the box and stuff to the side and get into the case. Now that we have the case out of the packaging, let's take a look at it. So you do have this very nice texture on here, which is also the same on the inside. There is no MagSafe in this case. Now that is something I do want to talk about, but we'll get to that closer towards the end of the video. Here on the inside, you do have a little bit of Latercase branding and nothing really on the rest of the edges. This is a very, very minimal case. This is meant to protect from little scratches in your pocket, such as, I don't know if you're keeping your keys in there for some reason or something else, or just, you know, kind of setting down on the table somewhere. This is not for very crazy drop protection. It will not provide that. So that is something to take note when you are buying something like this. It is just there for very, very slim, minimal, and little protection. So let's go ahead and put the Space Black 14 Pro Max in the case. And you do have a very good fit. Let's test how each corner is. So you got a nice click, but these corners come off pretty easily. You know, I would not go very aggressively on them because it's a very thin material. It can break, but you get a very satisfying click on each corner, and it's got a good grip on there, so it will not come off while you're using it. So let's start off on the top of the case. You've got an open exposed top here. The right side of your case, you've got just your power button open, no cover for the button, so you have your personal iPhone's button to click. On the bottom, you do have an completely open bottom, which is something that I really like about the way that this case is designed. And then also on the left-hand side, you do have your exposed volume buttons and your mute toggle switch. So here is the case, very, very minimal, no extra crazy branding or anything like that. So let's talk about the bottom of this. Right here, if you can see, let me set this down. The back of the phone case ends at the back of the phone, but does not go and transfer over to the bottom. The good thing about that is when you're using it like this for a long period of time, you got this nice smooth stainless steel from your iPhone that's against your finger, and no hard Kevlar or plasticky materials that'll dig into your pinkies. So I really do appreciate this slight detail right here. It goes a long way for somebody who uses their phone a lot. Now, the back of this does have that very textured feel, as I was saying before. The regular Latercase, it does have more of a aramid fiber style look. It's got the carbon fiber type pattern. I settled for the all black Midnight edition. Very discreet, very smooth looking, and it also looks great with the Space Black iPhone. So with these cameras, that's another thing that really attracted me to this case. I like that it protects your entire camera. You do have a little bit of a raised edge on each lens here, so when you set it down, it does not, nothing attracts to your lens unless you have something sharp or some sort of other texture. But if you lay it down flat, it will be perfectly fine on your camera. And I really do like that everything here is protected, because this is glass, it is some sapphire. These cameras do get very expensive to replace, so if you're gonna be able to protect it a little bit more by closing the camera, prevent it from getting scratched up, I really like that. So here's the only downfall that I have about this case, and that is no MagSafe. MagSafe is something that I use a lot. I have a lot of MagSafe accessories that we're about to test in a second, But I think MagSafe, especially in today's day and age, for people who are in the Apple ecosystem and use iPhones, it is very important. I use it personally everywhere, at my office, in my house, bedside, everywhere that I have MagSafe. I daily use a MagSafe pop socket that we'll test in a second. And unfortunately, when there is a little bit of layer of material in between one magnet and another, it significantly weakens the MagSafe strength, no matter how thin this material is. Now, it's not terrible. It does still work a little bit, but it's worth noting. So let's test it out. We'll start off with what I think is my weakest magnet accessory, and that is the Apple MagSafe leather wallet. It does just have that original insert in there right now to act like a little card. And let's go ahead and slap it on. So it makes a very faint connection. You can see it here, but this thing is going to come off pretty easily. You can shake it a little bit. It won't go anywhere, but if you bump it in the slightest, it's going to, it doesn't really get a great latch on there. It does latch a little, nothing too crazy. Let's go and move over to the Apple MagSafe battery pack. You do see that it did start charging just now. And this one, again, is a little bit heavier, so it may move a little more. But as you can see, that just fell off. So I wouldn't necessarily trust that. And then the strongest magnet that I have, like I said, I use the MagSafe pop socket a lot. Let's test that out. And I was using this, and I actually ended up dropping the phone with this case on it because of the magnetic strength. I was using it just like this, and the phone ended up coming off. So I can show you, it's very, even though this magnet is crazy strong, because there's no MagSafe in the case and there's a little bit of material between one magnet and another, it doesn't support weight well at all. So with that being said, this is the Latercase Cyber Edition Midnight colorway from Unbox Therapy for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I will leave a link in the description for you to go check it out and pick it up for yourself. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this case in the comments. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.